He's facing 16 counts of sexually abusing children, and troopers believe there may be more. Tonight, the parents of one of Seth Logan's alleged victims speaks out about the case. As the deadline to gavel out creeps closer, what lawmakers in Juneau say about the work left on their plates. And Juneau is slated for another record year of tourism, what the U.S. Forest Service is now proposing to help keep up with growing crowds at the Mendenhall Glacier.
You're watching Alaska's high-definition news leader. This is KTVA 11 News Nightcast.
Good evening, I'm Liz Raines. The list of victims in a child sexual abuse investigation out of the Valley has doubled since charges were first filed less than 2 weeks ago, and troopers believe there could still be more. KTVA 11's Daniela Rivera reports.
The abused 27-year-old Seth Loggins is accused of inflicting on young boys is detailed in court documents, but too horrific to describe on television. First charged with abusing 4 boys, Loggins told the judge at his arraignment he's not a flight risk.
I was just going to let you know that I do have family coming into town, so I'm not going to be going anywhere.
An argument the judge didn't buy, setting bail at more than $250,000 cash. A week before troopers' investigation revealed 4 additional victims and the possibility there may still be more.
My heart is broken. At this point, I have very little faith in humanity.
The woman on the phone tells us she's the mother of one of the victims. We've chosen not to identify her to protect the victim's right to privacy.
It's so gut-wrenching. I'm constantly falling to the floor, inconsolable. Every time I get a new detail, it just destroys my world. And then right after it destroys my world, I'm in fear for my son's health and safety.
Court documents say Loggins met at least one of the victims through church. Our source says Loggins' family is deeply connected at the First Baptist Church of Palmer, and Loggins was trusted by multiple families to babysit, sometimes driving their sons to and from church. According to court documents, some of the alleged abuse happened at and during church. We visited today and requested to speak with the pastor. We were instead asked to leave and come back during normal business hours, specifically not on a Sunday.
We've all been told not to talk about anything to anyone just yet.
But this woman is speaking out because she wants to warn other parents.
I want to encourage parents to research these kinds of things.
Now, she wants to make sure the victims don't miss out on getting justice. Daniela Rivera, KTVA 11 News.
Loggins is currently facing more than 24 charges, including 16 counts of sexual abuse of a minor. The woman told us he has been banned from the church. If you think you know any information about the case or potential other victims, you're asked to contact troopers. A Healy man has been arraigned on 3 counts of sexual abuse of a minor. A Healy principal reported to troopers that a 15-year-old girl was found sending sexually explicit messages, video, and photos to 31-year-old Stephen Varnes. That's according to the Fairbanks Daily News Miner. Varnes told troopers he thought the girl was even younger at age 14. He also told them the abuse happened twice. He told a Fairbanks judge he did not believe he should ever be let out. His bail was set at just over $500,000. A Wasilla woman is facing charges tonight after troopers say she stole a dog from an animal shelter in Palmer. 25-year-old Leela Firstenow was arrested yesterday after she was found at the Petco in Wasilla with a dog that was reported stolen from the Matanuska-Susitna Borough Animal Shelter. According to troopers, surveillance video showed a woman stealing the dog from one of the kennels Thursday night. The dog was returned to its owners unharmed.
From the Alaska Weather Center, here's Zach Rover.
Well, good evening once again, everyone. Guess what? It's still cloudy outside. That hasn't changed since you last saw my face. Taking a live look outside from the top of Denali Tower. Once again, 45 degrees in Anchorage. Still out the breezes, so it feels like it's in the upper 30s right now in Anchorage. And looking at temperatures across the rest of the bowl, most locations are in the upper 40s. And typically when we get winds out of the southeast, it warms temperatures, the air temperature quite a bit, but the wind chill still in the 30s around the bowl. Today we made it up to 45 degrees. That was our high temperature. A little bit cooler than where we should be for this time of year. The normal high is 50 degrees and the record almost 70 degrees. 69 back in 2005. Here's a look at our daylight for tomorrow. We're over 16 hours now. Sun going down just at 2 minutes past 10 p.m. Total daylight again, 16 hours and 9 minutes. So as we go forward, we can expect to see clouds through the evening. We'll expect to keep the gust through at least half of the day tomorrow. We'll have a daily chance of showers as we go through the next 3 to 4 days. And then as we go into Monday, guess what? We're going to see some sun. Now, I know as we look outside right now, it's hard to believe, but I'll show you what I mean on the satellite and radar picture. So the showers that we had, most of those have moved on to the east, starting to clear Prince William Sound right now. You even notice some of the showers up there in the interior. The front is right about here. It's going to break down as it continues to move on to the east this evening. We'll back out so we can take a look at the bigger picture. What we have here is high pressure down to the south. We have the low that is responsible for the showers, along with the front going through the eastern side of the interior right now. As we move into Monday, what I'm looking at is this area right here. So we have clear skies back here. We also have these clouds breaking up in this band of moisture that's riding up over the high pressure. What that means for us is, as these clouds come in, we'll have mostly cloudy skies overnight. But as we go into the day tomorrow, as temperatures heat up, it'll be good for us, or it'll make our way to be able to see some of the sun during the day. Now, as we go into the evening hours tomorrow, we do have a chance of seeing some showers and clouds coming back in. Tuesday right now looks like it will be a return to cloudy skies and some showers for us here in Anchorage. So tomorrow out in southeast Alaska, cloudy with rain out there. Temperatures in the mid to the upper 40s, even 50 degrees like Craig. Up around Skagway, gusty winds there. Winds gusting as fast as 40 miles an hour. And then you'll notice the icon, rain-snow mix. So for Skagway, above 1,900 feet, 2,000 feet. That's where you'll have snowfall out there. In the interior, wind advisories are in effect for the eastern locations in the interior that you see in yellow. Wind gusts up to 65 miles an hour. The advisory there expires at 6 a.m. on Monday. And then for the western interior, the advisory expires at 6 p.m. on Monday. Gusts not as strong, 45 miles per hour. On the north slope, winter weather advisories in effect, splitting it from east and west again. In the western locations, 1 to 3 inches of snow, localized amounts as high as 11 inches of snow. That advisory expires on Monday at noon. 6 a.m. on Monday is when the advisory expires for the eastern locations up there on the north slope. Western Alaska high surf advisory, that's going to stay in effect until 6 a.m. on Tuesday for the Aleutians. Isolated snow showers and rain showers out there. Back around here on the Kenai Peninsula, sun and clouds with some isolated showers. Those are going to come during the evening hours tomorrow. Prince William Sound, Copper River Basin, similar situation out there. Rain in Cordova and Valdez. And Monday for Mat-Su Valleys, same thing as what we're going to see here in Anchorage. Be a little breezy, PM clouds, possibly an isolated shower. So 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be the best day if you want to do something outside. You probably want to do it in the first half of the day, maybe early afternoon. Clouds are going to come back in the evening hours. But the forecast, look at it, it's not that bad. Temperatures in the 40s, a little bit of sun, some clouds. I can deal with it better than what we had this past week.
Boy, am I glad to see the sunshine back in the forecast, even if it's just for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Thanks so much, Zach. Well, coming up tonight on Frontiers, Rhonda McBride looks at Alaska education, past, present, and future.
The schoolhouse, how it's changed over the years and how it stayed the same. Tonight on Frontiers, we travel back in time to the year this school was built.
The first day of school was in November of 1915. You all know how dark it is in November, right? So if you came to school at this school in 1915, you didn't have to start school till 10 o'clock because it was just getting light then.
What would you be doing after you finished your chores? There's no television. There's no electricity. You're thinking in a whole different way.
But no matter how many years have gone by since then, children still love stories.
I want you to pretend that you're living in a cabin in the woods.
And a little drama.
Greedy. Greedy. Does that sound good?
No. KTVA 11 Sports with Dave LaValle.
High school plays a very important role in a person's life. It can help mold that person and become a positive force when he or she becomes an adult. Some of the best our state has produced have been honored tonight for their accomplishments.
Please welcome Mr. Dan Gensel.
The longtime sports director of KSRM Radio and former Soldotna High School basketball coach and administrator among those inducted into the Alaska High School Hall of Fame. The hall enshrined 13 people from athletes to educators during the ceremony at the Millennium Hotel. They include former Haynes High School and UAA basketball standout Kyle Fossman.
It means a lot because growing up, playing basketball and in Alaska and just in all high school sports, they've been a huge part of my life. And so it was really a big deal for me to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
It's a chance for me to put that on the resume, to add on to all the other things that I've been able to do and accomplish. And that resume belongs to everybody that I've been associated with. It's all my past players. It's the past coaches that I've worked with, the past administrators.
The Alaska High School Hall of Fame now has 146 members. You can learn about all of them at KTVA.com. Well, what a season for the Alaska Warriors hockey team. The Warriors went to Chicago earlier this month. First time against another team. First time out of state. The reward? Second place in the national tournament. Now the Warriors are focused on the future. The Alaska Warriors get a chance to unwind with friends at the American Veterans Post 49. That includes team founder Chris Block.
Feels great. We're excited to be back home in Alaska.
And the Warriors did not come home empty-handed. They proudly displayed the second-place banner they won at the National Disabled Hockey Festival.
The biggest thing that we pulled from here is that Alaskans can compete on the national stage with our program, the Warriors program.
The Alaska Warriors first hit the ice last year. Retired military veterans with emotional issues suffered while on deployment make up the team. Hockey helps provide support for them.
The hockey is pretty fun. The banner's great, but having additional people come out that need the recreational therapy, that need that's the biggest thing for us.
Next year could find the Warriors with two teams, one made up of veteran players, the other with beginners. It would allow the veteran squad to play more tournaments out of state. But it takes money.
Probably upwards to $40,000 with travel.
That's 1/10 the budget of similar teams around the country.
That's not guys paid for some of their hotel rooms, paid for their flights. The other programs are inclusive, so you just show up and everything kind of happens.
Follow play, just like when you shoot your rifle.
Grants, including ones from the VA and USA Hockey, helped put the Alaska Warriors on the ice. They continue to look for more money and players. For now, though, the Warriors want to relax and just bask in the glow of what they accomplished in just their first season. The Warriors hope to eventually establish a similar program in Fairbanks. Anchorage's Keegan Randall got the heroes welcome earlier this month at Town Square Park. The Olympic gold medal winner joined other local Olympians for a victory celebration. Randall is among the nearly 12 APU athletes who took part in the Winter Games in South Korea. The celebration continues tomorrow night. You're invited. The meet and greet starts at 5:30 at Bear's Tooth.
Wow,
so
very
if you didn't
cool.
get a chance,
Yeah, very proud of the team who worked so hard and accomplished so much. Really awesome to see the community supporting them. As far as the weather that we have in store for the week, Zach, looking a little bit cloudy.
Well, cloudy today. Overnight, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, first half of the day, we're going to get to see some sun, but chance of rain again on Tuesday. Still got a chance of showers daily, but get out and enjoy the sun when you see it.
All right, got to get it when you can. Yep. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.